the Androscoggin River Valley, the people, the places, the events, the history, all that makes up the vibrant story of the towns of the Androscoggin River Valley from Lewiston, Auburn through Mexico, Rumford, and Bethel to New Hampshire.
Welcome to the August 2016 edition of Today River Valley. Today River Valley is the video news feature program for the towns of the Androscoggin Valley in western Maine, running from Lewiston, Auburn, through Turner, through Mexico, through Rumford, through Bethel, Maine, all the way to the New Hampshire border. My name is Phil Lampeed. I'm the host and producer of the program. And in this edition, we're going to be looking at an exciting annual sporting event that takes place each year in this area. It's the New England Forest Rally, an automobile race on dirt roads through the backwoods of western Maine. We've got some exciting footage. Wait till you see. We'll also be taking a look at the phenomenon of real estate auctions. Unfortunately, the real estate market in Maine is still somewhat tentative, and a number of people lose their properties due to their inability to pay their mortgages or pay their taxes. Sometimes these properties go to public auction, and the public auctions are a place where, in some cases, investors can get quite a good deal in buying real estate. Let's look at how that works out in the Androscoggin River Valley. We'll be right back after a few messages from local businesses. Picture the name and logo of your business or organization on an attractive polo shirt, windbreaker, cap, or t-shirt. Then come by Perfect Stitch on Route 26 in South Paris, where you can turn that vision into a reality. Perfect Stitch is the place to go in western Maine for embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. With full-scale production right on site, Perfect Stitch can fill any order from a single shirt to dozens of them. Offering advertising and promotional items as well, Perfect Stitch is the one-stop shop for all your promotional needs.
I'm Amy Ford. I own and operate Perfect Stitch Embroidery. Come on in and see the wide variety of products we offer at our showroom at 191 Park Street in South Paris. We can help you figure out what products would fit your needs best. Hope to see you soon.
Excuse me, sir, are you getting a little shaggy around the ears but can't find time for a haircut? Well, now you can. At Lisa's Barbershop at 178 Main Street in Mexico, owner Lisa Shardlow specializes in quick haircuts. No appointment is necessary and there's rarely a wait. At Lisa's, the motto is cut and go.
It's the perfect place to get the kids a quick back-to-school haircut. And when we say quick, we aren't kidding. There's a back-to-school special price of only $8 this season. And don't forget that all kids get to pick a toy from the toy box when the haircut is done. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon.
If your shoes don't feel right or your feet hurt, don't ignore the warning signs. Visit Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab in Livermore Falls, the leading provider of corrective shoes and accessories in Maine. Foot problems can lead to pain in the knee, hip, and back. At Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, we design footwear to relieve pain or discomfort from disease, overuse, or congenital conditions. In our retail showroom, there are 4 certified pet orthotists who provide your initial foot exam at no charge. All manufacturing of your custom footwear, orthotics, and braces is done on site.
Hi, I'm Bruce McDonald, president of Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, and I'd like to invite you to come to the most unique shoe store in Maine, where we are the foot comfort specialists.
Don't ignore that discomfort. Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to 2.
Bethel Outdoor Adventure on Route 2 in Bethel, Maine. Kayaking, paddleboarding, canoe and kayak trips, tubing down the river, sluicing for precious stones, and camping in a park-like setting.
What we offer here is family-friendly adventure in a stunningly beautiful location. We're in the mountains of western Maine. We're on the shores of the Androscoggin River. It is really a beautiful, beautiful place for you to come and recreate.
Nothing beats camping out in summertime in western Maine, and at Bethel Outdoor Adventure, you'll find a gem of a campground. Small, family-friendly, impeccably maintained, and with full hookups and space for everything from the largest RV to the smallest tents. Ask about our group sites. And the campground is right on the river with river access, and there are hot showers with unlimited hot water. Summer is a special time in New England. Make the most of it at Bethel Outdoor Adventure.
You're watching Today River Valley, the video news feature program for the Androscoggin Valley in western Maine.
The following story is sponsored by Stony Brook Recreation and Stony Brook Variety. For over 30 years, Stony Brook Recreation has been the year-round family camping experience right on Route 2 in Hanover, Maine, and it now features a full-service convenience store open 7 days a week. A major sporting event takes place each summer in Western Maine. This is a national level event, almost as if a Major League Baseball team came to town. But it is a sport so different from anything that most Americans are used to that it comes and goes each year without many people noticing. Welcome to the New England Forest Rally.
It's a much different sport than what we're used to here in this country. But there is a cult following, so there's, I would say 10,000 people that really love this sport and do anything to actually watch it.
Based each summer at Sunday River Ski Resort in Newry, the New England Forest Rally has been coming to Western Maine for some 2 decades. It is a sport in which production model cars, souped-up versions of the kind that can be bought at any car lot, are sent out on remote dirt roads to bounce and slip and careen around for 100 miles. The winners are the ones who do it the fastest, but there's more to it than that.
Well, the hard thing with rally is there's no elevator spiel. There's no 3-minute it's a long, complicated story. Hi, I'm Tim O'Neill, the owner of Tim O'Neill Rally School. I got as the chairman of the rally because nobody else wanted to do it. I just volunteered, really. And I had my mentor is 50 years of motorsport management experience, and he coached me for the past 7 or 8 years.
The New England Forest Rally takes place only 2 days a year. The 2016 rally was held in July. The 2017 rally is scheduled for July 21st and 22nd, 2017. For the rest of the year, rally enthusiasts head to the Tim O'Neill Rally School in Dalton, New Hampshire, where Tim O'Neill provides training and equipment for anyone who wants to try their hand at driving a race car through a forest, whether they're serious competitors or just newcomers looking for fun.
So my name is Chris Sear. I'm the general manager with Tim O'Neill Rally School and also the assistant chairman to the New England Forest Rally. We train people in rally racing. Most people want to know what rally racing is. The best way to describe rally racing is it's driving as fast as possible from A to B on closed public dirt roads in pretty much standard production-based vehicles. The best way to describe it is if you think of what most people think of racing, it's in a circle and there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 turns, and those guys get to try those turns over and over again. Rally racing is point to point, so we go over a long distance, but we only get to see our turns one time. So rally drivers need to be able to go as fast as possible over potentially unknown terrain, and that's kind of why the sport is the toughest motorsport in the world.
Right around 82, 83, when I was racing stock cars, I learned of rally, and then I was really torn because I'd spent a lot of effort with the stock car racing program, but realized that I didn't really like that. I didn't fit in. It was kind of an odd, people weren't that friendly, I didn't think. So, and I loved the idea of when I raced stock cars, I had to have a lot of money and I had to practice at a track, and it was all about setting the car up. When I learned about rallying, it really made a big difference on how good you were as a driver, and I felt that I could have more impact and more effect on my ability. I could train myself and become a better driver and drive a slower, less expensive car and still win. With stock cars, you have to have the best car. With rallying, you need the best driver. So it was my ability to become a good driver and train better and work harder than the next guy would bring success versus just outspend my competition.
The Forest Rally comes reliably to Western Maine each year thanks to the decision made by the Rumford Paper Mill 2 decades ago.
The paper mill owned thousands of acres of forest from which it harvested trees to make paper. The forests were perfect rally territory, cut through with dirt roads, and the mill agreed to allow the rally to turn the roads for 2 days into a 100-mile race course.
The New England Forest Rally got started about 20 years ago with a guy named Carl Merrill, who's a local guy from Ogunquit and a school teacher, and he became quite successful in business, and he got into rally. And when he found out there was nothing happening in Maine, he started making some calls, and him and John Buffum, a former rally driver and a multi-time national champion, probably the smartest guy we know in rally, he got involved. They found the roads, and I think it was Mead Paper Company was the first company to let us use our land. And about 7 years ago, I took over as the chairman. You need to be able to have a lot of dirt roads. You need to be able to have an area where there's housing, enough motel and hotel accommodations. So ideally, you'd have a rally next to a city, but there are no dirt roads in the city. So you've got to find a rally that's got roads, but there's infrastructure nearby. So that area works out really well. And the only issues that we have really is the way the lakes are and the way the roads are. It's hard to go east and west, so I completely understand where you can't get there from here, because if you want to go east or west, you can't get there from here.
The New England Forest Rally is part of an 8-race circuit sanctioned by a national organization called Rally America. If the New England Forest Rally were compared to the Boston Red Sox, Rally America could be compared to the American League.
So there's an 8-event series under the banner of Rally America. So from Oregon and Washington State all the way here to Maine, we have 8 races, and they're all pretty much on the north end of the United States.
Well, we do. Rally America organization is how we stay connected. Most of everything we were doing in the past was independent of each other and duplicating efforts. And recently we have gotten all the organizers together and started sharing best practices. So when we have a rally, the last rally was in Pennsylvania, we have a meeting, we talk to the chairman of the rally in Pennsylvania, they say, okay, yes, last time we did this and it worked, and we did this and it didn't work. So then we go ahead and say, oh, well, okay, well, let's try this. So we do share best practices.
So again, you can kind of see the little lines of grip actually out here. You see just the little tracks of where we drove on the first run. And that's exactly where I want to try to place my tires.
In our next segment, we'll look at what it takes to put on an event like the New England Forest Rally, how it compares to big rally events in Europe where the sport is more popular, and why the event had to move away from its roots in the communities right next to the paper mill. Mountain Valley Variety at Four Corners in Rumford, known as the happiest corner in town, is twice as happy with a new expansion that has more than doubled its size. If there's a cold beverage, you'll find it here with 20 cooler doors and the coldest and largest beer cave in Maine.
Hi, I'm Rick from Mountain Valley Variety in Rumford. I want to welcome you to my brand new beer cave. We have over 500 items in all. Whatever you want, we either have or we can get.
Head to Mountain Valley Variety for grab-and-go pizza, sandwiches, lobster rolls, hot foods. Don't forget the hand-cut steaks if you're grilling out tonight.
Come on down to Mountain Valley Variety and see us all.
Maurice Restaurant on Main Street in South Paris. The incomparable flavors of French and continental cooking tailored to the hearty American appetite. Generous shrimp cocktail, escargot, chicken chablis, baked stuffed haddock, topped sirloin with shiitake mushrooms, French onion soup, corned beef Reuben, and a chocolate mousse parfait. Maurice Restaurant, open Tuesday to Saturday and for Sunday brunch.
This is Connie Asno, and we look forward to serving you in our historical downtown Rumford restaurant.
Connie's Place, now open at 136 Congress Street, downtown Rumford on the island.
The Harmon Stove Company has been in the forefront of pellet stove design and technology for over 30 years, providing easy-to-use and easy-to-clean pellet stoves, which can save you 30 to 50% on heating costs compared to oil or gas systems. At Northern Lights Hearth and Sports on Route 2, you'll find a selection of Harmon products from pellet stoves to fireplace inserts to pellet central heating systems to wood stoves. Harmon, built to a standard, not a price. Visit our showroom soon, Northern Lights Hearth and Sports, 639 Wilton Road, Farmington. Washing machines are offering more and more features each year. Well, you may not find anything quite like this yet at Larson's Electric Service in Mexico, but you'll find the latest in everything from washing machines to refrigerators to stoves. With the Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag brands, Larson's offers free delivery and setup of your new appliance plus removal of your old appliance. Over 50 years experience, Larson's, 13 Main Street, Mexico, Maine. Looking for a convenient and inexpensive place to stay in Western Maine? Visit the Paris Inn Motel, located conveniently on Route 26 in South Paris, a short drive from the Oxford Casino and the attractions of the Bethel area. Newly renovated rooms, open year-round. Looking for a hearty breakfast? It doesn't matter what time it is, you can always get breakfast at Dick's Restaurant, 54 Main Street in Mexico. But you might want to try their dinner generous size daily specials for lunch or dinner. Don't forget the salad bar, great desserts, or their famous fish chowder every Friday. Watch for upcoming buffet dining on holidays and special occasions.
You're watching Today River Valley, the video news feature program for the Androscoggin River Valley in Western Maine.
In our last segment, we looked at how the New England Forest Rally brings a national-level sporting event to Western Maine. Organizing the yearly event is a big job, and Rally Chairman Tim O'Neill and his Team O'Neill Rally School in Dalton, New Hampshire, lead the effort.
So the New England Forest Rally is interesting. We've got different levels of participation. We've got typically 60 competitors a year.
It rides waves. It depends. The economy is one thing. There's some other factors that are making it get stronger, but mostly the economy. I'd say the heyday was about 15 years ago, and there was 120 entrants. And about 8 or 10 years ago, that was the bottom, which was only 30 entrants. And so now it's back up to like 60. 50% of the starters finish on average on most rallies. Most people that do not finish are either crashing their car or breaking their car. So either they have bad judgment or they run out of skills, or if they break their car, maybe it's because they don't understand how cars work and they drove over a rock with a brake on, or they were spinning the wheels in a hole, or they're not being sort of gentle. Automotive empathy, we say.
One of the benefits of the New England Forest Rally for Western Maine is the boost the economy gets with the influx of people, both the competitors and the spectators.
Each competitor has a driver and a co-driver. So there's 120 people right there. They all have a crew of 2 to 5 and even up to 10 people. And then we have volunteers. New England Forest Rally is all run on volunteers. And so we have about 200 volunteers that come up and help us close the roads down, help us do radio, help us do safety. All aspects of the rally are all volunteer-based. We are very thankful for them, and the only way the sport has survived is volunteers. You know, the local area tells us the biggest bank deposit day of the year is the day after New England Forest Rallies.
Given the economic boost it brings, it's unfortunate that over the years, the New England Forest Rally has moved away from the Rumford and Mexico area where it originated to the Bethel and Newry area 20 miles west. Rumford and Mexico are economically stressed communities in need of a boost, but town officials in Mexico, which used to allow the rally to use its recreation area, failed to keep the relationship going.
The Mexico rec area was a really good super special stage, and so I remember the last time we were there, they were already doing construction, so I believe that they had a change of purpose and a change of management, but it was certainly epic when you went to Mexico rec area and you watched them jump over the Red Bull jump and slide around the corners. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of spectators.
Even though the New England Forest Rally is a big event, the Team O'Neill staff readily admit that it doesn't compare to the size and competition levels found in Europe.
I have 200 workers at the most to work this rally. If the opposite extreme would be the Rally of the Thousand Lakes in Finland, and that would have 15,000 workers. People that everybody there working's grandfather was a rally driver and their uncle's a rally driver and their mother's a navigator, and so it's a little different culture. It's very popular over there. Well, being a spectator in rallying is not like being a spectator in any other sport other than maybe the long endurance pedal bike races. You're standing out there, it's like your child is in the cross-country world, where you're standing out there for an hour to watch your kid go by. So yes, you have to be quite hardy, a little bit adventurous, and a bit of a survivalist to be out there watching, waiting. First you have to find the spectator area, which can be very challenging when you're picking a spot on the map that's like someplace in northern Maine. Then once you finally get there, you're going to wait for probably over an hour, and then you see a car go by one every minute, and then when the car goes by you get hit by rocks and dust, and so let's just say the spectators are quite hardy.
New England Forest Rally has been around for 26 years, but most people don't know that. So it's one of those things that we're just trying to get the word out more and let people know that we're out there, and it's free, so you can come out and watch for free.
Hi, I'm Roger Whitehouse, owner and designated broker of Riverside Realty, located at 152 River Road in Mexico, Maine. We have some of the most pristine ponds in the Western Mountains of Maine. Worthley Pond, Webb Lake, South Arm, Ellis Pond, some of the best fishing and swimming, ice fishing, snowmobiling, you name it, we've got it all right here in the Western Mountains of Maine. For instance, look at this.
This is MLS 1153636, a 4-bedroom vacation home on Worthley Pond in Peru with 3/4 of an acre and 159 feet of waterfront, listed at $279,000. A budget-conscious alternative is MLS 1271981, a 1-bedroom cottage also on Worthley Pond in Peru with 62 feet of water frontage, a sandy beach, a stone terraced patio and exterior fireplace for only $120,000.
My staff of 6 has over a combined work history of over 100 years. We're here to serve you. Whether you're considering buying or selling real estate, call Riverside Realty at 369-0100. Hope to see you soon.
A local hub in the historic village of Norway, Cafe Nomad offers breakfast and lunch, sourcing fresh local ingredients when available, serving Carabasset coffee, and we have a great wine and beer selection. Hi, this is Alyssa, manager at Cafe Nomad. You can find us online at cafenomad.com and like us on Facebook.
When you visit Western Maine, step out of the ordinary. Stay in Victorian splendor at Holiday House Bed and Breakfast, where our guests relax in the elegant surroundings true to the style and atmosphere of 100 years ago. It's your Victorian home away from home. Holiday House Bed and Breakfast, right on Main Street in the center of Bethel Village. Open year-round. The Jolly Drayman Pub and the Briarley Inn, a gracious inn in Bethel, Maine, with an authentic British pub featuring classic pub fare.
This is Helena at the Jolly Drayman Briarley Inn. Stop by, come to see us. Looking forward to your visit.
The Jolly Drayman, the authentic British pub in Bethel, Maine. Let's look at Turner, Maine, a town with a country feel, located just north of Lewiston, Auburn. Centered on busy Route 4 is a vibrant business community with numerous stores and services. Let's take a look at some of them. Looking for an inexpensive but reliable used car? Shop Duval Auto Sales on Route 4 in Turner. Just check out these great reviews on Google.
Hi, this is Darren. I'm the owner of Duval Auto Sales. We've been selling quality used cars to the hard-working people of Central Maine for 20 years.
Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday by appointment. Here's news from Scott's Recreation, a newly expanded inventory of RVs from entry-level travel trailers to high-end fifth wheels. Whatever your budget, they've got it. Browse the lots and see how you can get on the road this season in home-like comfort. Scott's Recreation, with locations on Route 4 in Turner, Maine and Route 202 in Manchester, Maine.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son. We thoroughly service every Subaru we sell and specialize in Subaru auto repair to ensure that the car you drive is 100% safe and reliable.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son.
1026 Route 4, Turner.
When owners can no longer afford their properties and can't sell them quickly enough to pay the mortgage or taxes, chances are the auctioneer won't be long in coming.
My name is David Reed, and I'm with the Keenan Auction Company out of South Portland, Maine.
And today we're going to be auctioning this house here in Rumford.
Yeah, we're going to auction this home here at 10 o'clock today, and hopefully have some buyers show up and get it sold for the bank.
I'm Adrian Harris of Harris Real Estate and Auction Appraisal Service. I'm holding open house at 2 Eckler Street, and we got 3 other open houses going today in different locations.
How about 10,000 start? 5,000 and 7,500. 5,000 buy it at 7,500. 5,000 now 75. 5,000 have them buy it at 7,500.
With a shrinking population and continuing economic difficulty in Maine, many property owners wind up being unable to afford their mortgages, their property taxes, or both. Banks and tax collectors often turn to real estate auctions to try to recover the money. Today River Valley was there in the summer of 2014 when the Keenan Auction Company tried to auction 2 properties, one in Rumford, one in Dixfield. 2 years later, this summer, local real estate auctions continue as Farmington auctioneer Adrian Harris demonstrates.
This is a bank auction, and I usually hold an open house, and then on the day of the auction I call the bids and conduct right from the start to finish.
Today it's a $2,500 deposit to register. That deposit needs to be increased at 10% of the purchase price in cash or personal check today. And that goes down as your earnest money deposit towards the purchase. And you have 30 days to close from today on.
You don't require any money up front to bid, though?
Not on this particular property. The winning bidder has to make a $1,000 deposit and close in 30 days.
7 buy it at 8.
75. Do people get a good deal doing this?
Some people do get a good deal. All depends on the location. Location is key.
Sometimes they can get deals, sometimes they can't, but sometimes it's a very good way to buy. Sometimes it goes high. It usually brings a fair market value for what the property is worth.
500 now 8, 7,500 now 8,000, 7,500 buy it at 8, 7,500 and 8, 7,500 now 8,000, 7,500 buy it at 8, 7,500. Is there advance to 8,000?
Might as well spend your money.
And yours.
I tell you what, I'll take a covenant recess. Let me call the bank.
Now, are you pretty good at getting people to pay a fair price, or do people sometimes walk away with a steal?
Well, I mean, it's our job to sell as high as possible. It's the public's job to buy as low as possible.
While auctions may seem like a quick way for creditors to get the money out of a foreclosed house, and a good way for buyers to get a good deal, they often don't work out. Neither of the 2 auctions we covered in 2014 drew a successful bidder, and neither did the 2 auctions we attended this year. In 3 instances, the bank decided it wanted more money than the bidders were willing to offer, and in the Rumford auction in 2014, no one wanted to bid at all.
I'm here to conduct a real estate foreclosure auction, 14-215. It's a single-family home at 30 Rangeley Place, Rumford, Maine. Today is Tuesday, August 12, 2014. It's now 10 o'clock. There is no one here in attendance to place a bid. I'm going to place a bid on behalf of the bank at $19,550. So the mortgage will buy the property at $19,550. Thank you.
25,000. 25,000. You can't buy anything for that. 25,000. 25,000. 25,000. 25,000. One time. 25,000. 25,000. Either one of you? Want to go with it? 12. Yeah. 12. Now 13. 12, now 13. We're up to 12,000. I gotta get 25. 25? Go to 25. If anybody's interested, see me after the auction, and we gotta have a minimum today of 25.
When an auction doesn't work out, the bank takes the property back into its portfolio and looks for another way to sell it, sometimes by listing with a real estate agent, sometimes by trying a silent auction in which people mail in sealed bids. For some banks, the auction is used as a way to clear the title and to demonstrate to any insurance company that might have guaranteed the loan that they've done all they can to get the full amount owed. Other banks already have a clear title and no insurance company is involved. In that case, the failure of an auction is the sign that it's time to sell the property at a loss. Sometimes, buyers may be more likely to get a good deal by contacting the bank after an auction fails rather than attending the auction in the first place.
Well, that's it for the August 2016 edition of Today River Valley. This is Phil Blampe, the host and producer of the program. See you in September.